No one looked at me. They were all paying attention to the principal that was talking about the loss that the Pearsons had, about how hard their lives would be from now. The cousin of the girl that died was sitting right next to me. Tears couldn't stop coming out from her and getting stuck in a black bag below her beautiful blue eyes. It seemed like she hasn't had a sleep for a few days. When the principal went out from the classroom, all the students waited a few seconds that were actually hours for me for the bell to ring. When that stressful noise rumbled in the walls, all the people went out like a sigh. The girl stayed next to me. She had a really quiet cry, the ones that make you want to hug the person that is sad, told her that you're there to help her. Maybe if it was another time of my life, I would have do it. I would have hold her tight and make her tears change their direction. But in that moment, it wasn't my job. The problems that I had with her were extremely big. Problems that make me think twice about the hug I was going to give. As I walked to the door, I looked behind my shoulders and saw a girl with a lost look, lost in her thoughts. She didn't look at me. I was like a shadow in a dark room, seeing everything in it but not being noticed. While I was walking, I thought that her life was so confused that maybe she was never coming back to reality. My parents were very close to me. Everything that was happening in my life, they knew it. When I was a little girl, they used to work a lot. One day, I got suspended at school because I hit a girl on her face. Since that day, they have been really close to me. Maybe because they were scared that I could do something worse. They were so overprotective. When I got to my house, I saw my parents crying in the living room. They used to cry a lot because of me, because of my anxiety problems. It was kind of a disorder where I got so stressed that I could run away without watching the cars that could end in a second with my life. They normally used to cry very quiet. When I was sleeping, they would ask each other what would they do with me, while I could hear them blow their noses between their tears. In that moment, they were not hiding anything. They were crying until their eyes produced no more tears. I tried to talk to them, to tell them that I was alright if it was the reason of their sadness, but there was no answer. There was nothing no one could do to end with the dark world they created. "I am fine," I yelled, but all I did was in vain. I went to my room with a confusion of sadness and madness in my head. Everything was just crazy. Someone at school lost her cousin and my parents didn't want to pay me attention. I was being treated weird in that day. Then I started to do the only thing that I thought it could make me feel better: cry. Tears, tears, more tears. I couldn't remember my name or neither my last name. I couldn't remember the name of my country. I couldn't tell who I was. Then I got really tired of crying and I fell asleep. When I opened my eyes, I see many doctors that are pushing and pulling a hospital gurney, where I am laying, through the walls of the clinic. When they stop running, I see some people of my family, my dad, my mom, and my cousin. All of them are looking at me, but I'm only staring at those beautiful blue eyes that my cousin has. Those eyes of repentance because of the argument she started with me the day before. "Where am I? What is going on?" I say with all the strength that I can find. "You had a car accident," says my mom, trembling her voice. "It was one of your anxiety attacks." I try to cry, but I can't. I'm trying to keep my eyes open because because I don't want to see again how my relatives' lives would be if I die here. I don't want to bring back that terrible nightmare. My mom takes my hand and lies to me like everyone else. You will be fine, she says. You're a Peterson. But the darkness starts covering my eyes, and I start feeling the reality behind that nightmare. That's where I realized that it was a farewell. It was time to say goodbye.